They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack of surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new cock smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fast for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said, sir.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack of surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels.
remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, sir.
Yeah. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai Brakathum. Yahweh Shamar Alathun Ba'ashem Yahshai's precinct also Dawashab of the Isupk. We started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. Right? This book has nothing to do with any form of religion that you can think of that exists on this earth today. There you go. My man. Most High in Christ.
So y'all Bashim Shabrakatah.
Long, y'all Bashim Thumb. What's going on, Woody?
I gotta figure out this YouTube again. Hold on.
Oh, is echo? Yeah, I hear echo a little bit. No sweat. All right, we just getting started anyway, so just get with the introduction. So Tuesday night Brotherhood class every Tuesday at Hart Memorial Library from 6:30 to 8:30. All right. So if you're in the Central Florida area, make sure you stop on by every Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30. We're in Hart Memorial Library teaching the Word of God. You know, saying that the Bible is the identity of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is who we are, right? This is where you're going to find your history. Right? If I'm not mistaken, I think we in Black History Month, right? Currently, right? Black History Month being celebrated in America is useless if you don't know your history prior to coming here as a slave in America. Right? The white man give you these days just to appease you when they're all useless and pointless. Right? Our true history, our true identity as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people is found between Genesis and Revelation. All right? This is who we are. And the book belongs to us. All right, boy. How am I sounding now? Am I coming through good? All right, so while you get that situated, y'all, make sure y'all get your questions ready. If you have any, feel free to ask. If you didn't get anything answered last night, you know, we do the scripture breakdown every Monday. I see Oscar Zak Tamar rocking it out, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all subscribe, tune in, so you can get all your biblical questions answered every Monday. All right, but if you have any leftover scriptures, feel free to ask. If you want to ask anything, you know what I'm saying, we'll go through it. Other than that, topics. All right. Look like he backed out. All right. So for the topic, right, I want to jump into a few topics and touch on a few points before we dive into the curriculum of brotherhood, right? So first, I want to start out with the understanding of heaven and hell, the kingdom of heaven. And what does that mean for you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? All right. Shalom, Yahba Shem Yashar Brakatah.
Hey, how about you, What's
Going on, Wood?
Hey, not much, sir. Too out, trying to
Most
survive
high.
the time.
Likewise. Good to have you on, Wood.
No
All
sweat,
right.
sir. The water for having me.
Most high in Christ. So we'll dive into the topic. All right. So we're gonna get the understanding of heaven and hell, right? Still working out the kinks and the technicalities, so y'all bear with me. How's it going now, Austin?
I got it, sir. It's the computer.
Okay. All right. The water, priest. The water. Good to
The
have
water
your
on
brothers
sir.
on. Most
Water
high in
on
Christ. All right. So, what most of us have been taught through religion, all right, or through the philosophy of this earth, that when you die, you transcend into a afterlife. That your spirit leaves your body and goes to either heaven with God or hell with the devil. Right? This is what we've been taught all throughout society, right? But let's go into the Bible to see what the Bible says in regards to that. Right? That is a great misconception to think that when you die, your spirit is going to go to heaven or hell. Right? The Bible does not teach anything about any afterlife, right? God is not the God of the dead. He is the God of what? What does the Bible say? He ain't the God of the dead, and he must be the God of what?
Lucky.
Go ahead, soldier.
Is God of the living.
God of the living. All right? He don't want to wait until you die for him to control and dictate your life, right? He expects that to be done while you're alive. Right? He wants to rule over you, control you, and tell you what to do and what not to do while you alive and breathing on earth. You get what I'm saying? And everything that you're experiencing and the conditions that we in is all played out on earth. Right? Heaven and hell is a condition that's played out on earth. All right, and we're gonna touch on that and get the understanding as far as what the kingdom of heaven is, right? So first, let me start out with let me get Matthew chapter 6, verse 10, Baba Kasha.
Sir.
Got it, boy?
Sir.
All right, get down, sir.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thy kingdom come.
All right.
Sir. Do you want me to start at 9?
Come, Baba Kasha.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye.
Right, this is Christ himself teaching his disciples and the people that followed him how to pray to the Most High. Now, there is something significant that he stated, that he mentioned within this prayer, right? Let's get it, the understanding of it. Go ahead.
After this manner pray ye, our Father, which art in heaven.
Right, our Father, right? Our Father is talking about who? Who is the Father? Go ahead.
It's talking about the Most High.
Damn right, the Most High, Yahweh, the Father, right? Christ is not God. When Christ is praying, he is not praying to himself, right? That would seem like a schizophrenic, you know what I'm saying? To just, pray to yourself or somebody with a boosted ego, right? This is Christ praying to God, the Father, Most High, right? Read on.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name. What does that mean? Hallowed be thy name.
Like you, sir. I never knew what that really meant. when he said how
Okay.
big. Is it saying like your name alone, or is it your name apart, or like set apart, like your
Yeah.
name alone, like no other?
God, that's a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it's saying, right? The word hallowed means holy, right? Holy is your name, right? Like the Lord mentioned throughout the scriptures, right? Commanding us as Israelites to be holy, for I am the Lord is holy also. I'm paraphrasing, Salaki. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the word holy means to be separate, right? The Lord name is separate and far above anything on this earth. There is no God besides the Most High Yahweh. All the other gods are just false idols and witchcraft, right? Read on.
Kind, sir. Thy kingdom come.
Thy what?
Thy kingdom come.
Thy what?
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come. Now, what is a kingdom? Can somebody tell me what's a kingdom?
It's like, sir. Is it like a kingdom is um? No, I'm thinking about king. I was like it's a ruling body of people, like one person that's ruler of a nation of people or a country.
Okay, con. I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, con. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? It's basically a government or a body of a nation of people that's ruled by a monarchy, a king, right? They are appointed to one leader, a king, right? And what Christ is asking for is that the Most High God, Yahweh, who he just called holy, that his kingdom come. Will come where? Right? They tell us when we die, we go to his kingdom. But Christ is asking for his kingdom to come to him rather than us going to him. You understand? Right? This kingdom, right, of where a body of people be ruled under a king, we're gonna find out where's it at, right? Read on.
Come. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth.
Where?
In earth.
So where's God's kingdom?
In earth.
In earth. Right? When Christ prayed and made this statement, right? He didn't pray that when he dies, he hopes he makes it to heaven to be with God and the angels all day. He didn't say when he died, he hopes his sins is forgiven and his spirit can float up into the clouds and live as a ghost in heaven. He did not say that, right? What Christ prayed for and what Christ's mission was to establish on earth is to bring God's kingdom on earth, right? His kingdom in which the Most High dwell, which is heaven, to bring that right here on earth. Heaven on earth. All right? This is what the Lord is going to establish right here on earth. All right? And now, what is the kingdom of heaven is going to consist of? Can somebody answer me that?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
With the children of Israel in rulership.
Children of Israel in rulership. How could you prove that? You're not wrong now.
How could I prove it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
In the scriptures, it says, paraphrasing, that the world was made for our sake in Second Ezra.
Okay, kind.
And it said also in Genesis 25, it said that the elder would serve the younger. Paraphrasing.
Kind.
And in Revelation, it says the
Lord
will set us in our
yeah, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking. But all the other ones was good. But that's the exact one I was thinking about. Now go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead. I'll just that's what I was just going to say. Like in Revelations, I know it says that we gonna the Lord gonna set us in our place, and we gonna take them captives whose captives we were.
Right. Damn right. So let's go see in Revelations if this kingdom that Christ is asking from God to be set up on earth is going to consist of the Israelites, right? Let's go to Revelations chapter. And anything y'all brothers want to add, man, you know, so you already know how it goes, man. But yeah. All right, let's go to Revelations and chapter 21. And start me at verse 1.
Unless another brother want to read it, but I have it.
No sweat. No sweat. You got it.
All right. What's going on, young man? Shalom.
Y'all about Shimmy Al-Shah Warriors.
All right. Most High Christ, good to have you on, Warrior. Go ahead, get down.
Revelation 21, verse 4.
Start me at verse 1, Baba Kashah.
Verse 1. Revelation 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Right. A new heaven, right? And a new earth, right? Now, the Bible teaches that this earth that we walk on and that we live on is going to abide forever. If I'm not mistaken, is in Ecclesiastes, right? It tells you that this earth, this planet Earth, will abide forever, right? Oftentimes you hear about the end times being where the whole planet is destroyed by some cosmic destruction where everything just blows up. That's not true, right? God took his time in making this planet. You get what I'm saying? And he made it for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to rule this planet. You get what I'm saying? He did not just make this in vain for no reason, just for it to blow up and throw it away like he don't give a damn about it. You know what I'm saying? This earth can function perfectly without human habitation, right? That's how perfect this earth is. But somebody has to subdue it. Somebody has to be in control of it, right? So he established this earth for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be in control of it. And John is seeing the same vision that Christ prayed for, right? Read on.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
Right. Now, this is a metaphor, right? This is talking about the heaven and the earth, right? What does the heaven and the earth represent? Right? If the Bible says that the earth is going to abide forever, and we know that the Bible don't contradict itself, what is this heaven and earth talking about?
Like you, sir. Would that mean the heaven where Yahweh reside in this? Like in the firmament? Is that what that means?
No. Right? The Lord ain't doing nothing brand new up there. You know what I'm saying? He trying to make things perfect down here because things is perfect already up there. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Right. So what is this talking about? Somebody said Salakia?
Sir. I said Salakia.
Go ahead.
Sir, is it Salakia? Is it talking about rulership, Esau's rulership?
There you have it. Right? Remember when I mentioned in the beginning of the class, get a brother here, my bad, Salakia, damn right, got it right. Remember when I mentioned in the beginning of the class that heaven and hell is a condition that's played out on earth, right? Let's pause right there, right? Somebody just hold that. Somebody grab me Ecclesiastes 3:16, Baba Kashah.
Ecclesiastes 3:16. All right. Come. Rocky.
You got it.
Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun.
You saw what?
I saw under the sun.
Under the sun. What is under the sun?
The earth.
The earth, right?
Yes.
Now, where does the sun sit at?
In the heavens, in the sky.
In the heavens, right? The heavens, the sky.
Yeah.
Right? He said he saw under the sun. What did he see under the sun? Read on.
And saw under the sun the place of judgment.
The The place of judgment. So the place of judgment is where?
On earth.
Right here on earth. All right. When you die, you're not going to be standing before God with a big open book. You know what I'm saying? And you have wings and a halo on your head, and he's going to decide and judge you right then and there whether you're going to live with him or be tortured by some red man in a pitchfork. That is not reality. Right? That's mythology. Right? All of that comes from mythology. Right? So, starting with the Greeks and the Romans, who we are still under captivity of. You get what I'm saying? Right? They got this one book, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's called Dante's Inferno, right? The book of that somebody wrote about, supposedly that they had a dream about going to hell, and he was tortured in 7 chambers and 7 levels of hell and all of that stuff. That is not real, right? That is somebody that just wrote that. Is not found in the Bible. There's no 7 levels of hell found in the Bible. Right. Most recently, some pastor talked about he died and was listening to Rihanna music all day. I don't know if y'all heard that. So, like he said, he flatlined on the hospital bed, and Satan was torturing him with Rihanna music. All right, it's not true. It's not real. All right, it's time to wake up to reality. You know what I'm saying? All right, this mythology stuff is not real. All right, when you die, your judgment happens right here on earth. Right here on earth is where your judgment is at. Right? And look at what's going on the earth. How are things being judged on this earth? Right? We as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the chosen people of God. And God said if we don't keep his commandments, he will punish us. Right? And the conditions that we in as his chosen people, we are in hell right now. And our pain and our suffering enables our oppressors to be in heaven, to live deliciously on earth, to take advantage of all the resources, to have access to all of them, have the ability to travel where he wants. Hell, the money that you spend and kill and die over, guess who faces on it? You ain't spending the money with a face of a Negro on there. That should tell you who's in heaven, who has power on this earth, who has rulership on this earth, who has resources on this earth. All right? The conditions that we play is far different than the experience that our oppressors go through on earth. Right? The white man's hell is the black man's hell is the white man's heaven. And all of this is being played out right here on earth. You ain't got to die to meet the devil. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what the devil looks like? Turn on the news. You'll see. You'll see. Only a devil will hang black people on trees and set them on fire while they're hanging on there. Only a devil will shoot you down in the streets while you're sitting in your car, man. For no apparent reason at all. Only a devil would do something like that. And guess what? You ain't had to die to experience that. All that is happening right now while we on earth, in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the reservations, man. What the Mexican children are going through in the border is hell. Go ahead, so this Slaki.
Oh, Slaki, now what you're saying, if I may, sir, yeah, that's really heavy what you're saying, because what you said earlier about the torture, they tell you you go die, and if you're a bad slave, you're going to get tortured underneath the earth, forever. Dante's Inferno or whatever, right? What about the torture that we're enduring right here on earth? How do they explain that? What's going on with that? Why are we constantly being tortured and going? We're the only ones getting shot in the streets. We're the only ones, being racially profiled. So how do they explain that? What do they call that? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the question.
Damn right. Nah, that's so heavy, Warrior. That's so heavy, man. To add to your point, man, like, that is so unfair if us as a nation experience all these things here in America and had to strive and survive while we in the ghetto. And once we die, right, our experiences that we go through we expect to go to heaven when we die. And guess we're going to be met with the same people who caused us to suffer while we was alive. We're going to be caught up in the same rapture in heaven with the same people that caused you to be in those ghettos in the first place. Like, that is unfair. You strive in while you was alive to do what's right. You made a couple mistakes, sold a couple bags. You were just trying to feed your family. You know what I'm saying? You probably joined the gang. You ain't have a father figure and all of that. Meanwhile, this oppressor, he ain't had to go through that. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth. And he didn't give a damn while he was alive, the plight of black people and the suffering that you went through. But when you die and he dies, guess what? Y'all both go to the same place?
That's
Salakia, sir.
God damn, bro. I'm going to get off to the shock first, and then I got you.
Yeah.
Go, get down.
Okay, so what you said, sir, is very correct. And you know, we trying to wake black people up to the truth. And here's the truth. What you said, what they're teaching us, it's like you have to forgive them right here on earth. They hang you, they kill you, they torture you, and you have to forgive them, right? Now you're going to go to heaven, so-called heaven, and forgive them again? Like, God damn, I mean, like...
I mean, damn.
I mean, yeah, I mean, shit. When are we going to catch a break?
Meanwhile, guess what? He didn't have to beg for nothing while he was alive. He ain't had to beg nobody to forgive him for nothing. He did what he wanted to do.
Right.
They
never forgive us. They put us in jail. You know, they murder us and all these other things for not being a good slave. On top, you know, just for not being a good slave. They can't forgive you for being, you know, a radical like Christ. You know, they never forgive you for that.
Right.
You have to be a good slave.
Damn right, man. Damn right. Damn right, man. It makes no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? God is a just God, meaning he's fair. Right? He's going to do what's fair and right on this earth. And he sees the suffering of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians right here on earth. And what's fair to do is for those people that's suffering right now to get an opportunity to rejoice and live good on earth as well too. And the same people that's living good as on top, guess what? They should get a fair chance to know what it feels like to be on the bottom as well too. Is it that's what's fair? Right? It's equal, right? Everybody's fighting for equality nowadays. A man could be a woman could be a man. Right? The woman is trying to be the head. They trying to have equal rights and all of that. They want to abort their babies. Well, what's equal and fair according to God is if white people become slaves as well too. That's fair and equality.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And all of that is going to be done right here on earth, man. Go ahead, Carvel.
Salakia, sir. That's to add to the heavy point your brother is dropping. It's like, remember it says Esau gonna get double for what they've done unto us, and for him to be in heaven and getting double portion of heaven, that just don't add up.
Dang, I need to get double portion of heaven. You know? Meaning he lived good on earth,
right?
Now he went to heaven and lived
right. Damn. Wow.
Wow. You know,
that is hell, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not how God plays, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's finish out on that verse real quick.
Okay, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 16 from the top. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Guess what? Iniquity is right here on earth. Demons and devils is right here on earth, not under the ground with fire and a pitchfork playing Rihanna music. That's not what's happening, right? They out right here on earth. And guess what? Heaven is supposed to be on earth as well too. Righteousness is supposed to be on earth as well too, right? But you got people, right, where the Lord appointed for righteousness to be, right, is committing wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Like our homeland, Israel. having gay parades. You know, they have gay pride parades in the land of Israel right now. The small hats people.
Yeah.
Right? They got rainbow small hats in the parade. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is oxymoron. That makes no sense.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead, Sody.
It's so true because, I was telling a brother, somebody the other day, I say, them Jewish people don't keep none of these laws in this Bible.
Mm-hmm.
The Jewish man, he don't keep none of these laws. Like, you know what I mean? Their children sleep outside of, believe it or not, they don't all marry Jewish people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They marry outside, their family. They don't, man, they are not the real Jews. And that's that. You know what I mean?
Damn right, soldier. You know what I'm saying? These people are impersonating you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. God appointed you to be the righteous on this earth, to rule this earth. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to subdue this place and have dominion over all the beasts and the fowls of the air. When God said that, he was talking to you, black man. But the fact that we have not kept God's commandments, guess what? We are placed in hell. And hell is not a place you gonna go when you die. You're experiencing hell right now in those ghettos, in those cages, at the border, in the prison, on drugs, in the alley somewhere. That is hell for you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. And that's right here on earth. Us being at the bottom is hell. Right? And your oppressor on top, right? That's heaven. You know what I'm saying? And this is happening on earth. So jump me back to Revelations 21 real quick. Verse 1. All right. So the new heaven that he seen was the rulerships, the roles being reversed on this earth. The people that's on top coming down to the bottom now. People that's on the bottom, they're going to come to the top because that's what's fair in the eyes of God. Right? Read on.
Revelation 21, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
Mm-hmm.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
New Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a city in Israel, built by the Israelites. So guess who's going to be dwelling there? Right? Read on.
Coming down from the most high.
You can just say how it is. You can just say how it is.
Coming down from God out of heaven.
Coming down from God out of where?
Out of heaven.
Out of heaven. Right? John is having this vision. He's seeing a new earth. He's envisioning earth right now. That's what he's seeing. And in this vision, he's witnessing a new city coming down from heaven, meaning where God is at, right? Right here on earth, right? Coming down. What does that mean? What is that talking about? I want to give that a shot.
Kind of sir. Kind of like new rulership, new government, or kind of sort of.
But why is it coming down though? Because the topic is heaven, right? And what we've been taught about heaven, that is what? When you die, you do what? What happens?
You go on the ground.
Nah, don't sweat. I'll let Trooper Kanai give it a shot. Go ahead, Soda.
Would it be the reason that it's coming down because the new heaven and the new kingdom is coming down with Yahushua?
Okay.
Like when Yahushua come, he bring the new heaven. I mean, the new kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, which is true, right? Kind of on it, right? But how is it gonna be established, right? And contrary to the concept of heaven, right? Because the concept we know, when we die, what happens? Our spirit goes where?
To the Most High, get judged and sent back.
So where is the Most High?
He's in the third heaven.
He's in heaven, right? The concept that we're often taught is when we die, our spirit goes up to heaven, right?
Right.
That's what we hear most of the time. When we die, our spirit goes up to heaven. But here in this vision, John is seeing heaven coming down. Down right here on earth. Right? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, would that be like when you being reincarnated, like the new generation?
Not
be
this
back
scripture.
here on earth?
Right. This scripture is not particularly talking about reincarnation. Even though reincarnation do exist, right? And it is mentioned in the Bible. Specifically, this scripture is not talking about reincarnation, right? It's talking about the kingdom of God being established on earth. All right. And in this vision, John is seeing it being established on earth. Right? He's seeing heaven being established by it coming down to earth. The same thing that Christ prayed for. Right? John was a disciple of Christ. And Christ said, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." That's the same thing Christ prayed for. Right? John is seeing that happening in this vision. He's seeing the kingdom being established right here on earth. All right?
Kind of, sir.
Now if I'm
like
confusing you.
No, kind of, sort of, but I think I got it. Kind of like what we're doing now, the Isupk would be like the new. We're kind of like what General Yohana is ahead of him, and what we're doing as a body would be like the progression of the new heaven being established.
There you go. The new city, right? The holy city, New Jerusalem being established.
God.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to put it, right? Because think about it. This is a vision. John is not literally seeing a piece of land, a big piece city coming down from heaven, floating and landing on earth, right? This is a vision. So spiritually, it's in this vision, he's seeing the spirit of the Most High being displayed on earth, right? The Most High dwells in heaven, right? And his spirit is right here on earth as well, too. By keeping his law, statute, commandments of the Most High, you have the spirit of the Most High. Those that's in the Isupk under Commander General Yohana has the spirit of the Most High, right? And what we're setting up is the New Jerusalem. Setting our sons and daughters to rule this earth like God promised Abraham. But it don't happen when we die. Because the Bible just said it's coming down. Down where?
On earth.
On earth. There you go. Get a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Coming right here on earth. I think I heard somebody say Salakia. My bad. Somebody said Salakia. Anybody?
Kind of concert. Kind of like that vision he was seeing, kind of like is coming to fruition now through the Isupk.
Damn right. Get a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? This is what we establishing, man. Right? We're not a religion. Right? That's another misconception that's floating around, through society. Right? Like this is some type of beliefs or some type of religion that we're practicing. Right? We are keeping the customs of our ancestors. Every government on earth has a law in order to govern themselves. All right. If you don't have laws, guess what? It's going to be total chaos on your land. Right? Even in Saudi Arabia, right? They have laws that caters to their culture that's different from laws here in America. In Saudi Arabia, you can't even drink alcohol for the most part. Right? You get locked up. Women, they have to be covered in Saudi Arabia. Like places like Dubai and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, do what you want to do. Right? Because they have laws that caters to their culture. You get what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We have laws as well, too, that caters to us as a people. You get what I'm saying? And us not eating pork and not doing Sunday worship and not eating crab, shrimp, and lobster and doing everything that's written of in the Bible is us being law-abiding citizens within our nation. You get what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're doing. We're being law-abiding citizens. This is not a religion. This is a nation of people, right, with laws. And because people don't identify us with our homeland, they think it's a belief because we don't have a border and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But all we're doing is becoming law-abiding citizens unto our God and our nation. All right. And what we're establishing here is exactly that here in the ISUPK. Right. So the kingdom of God is going to be right here on earth. Heaven is going to be right here on earth. Right. Read on.
Revelation 21:2 from the top. And I, John, saw a holy city, New Jerusalem, come down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adored for her husband.
Now, who is it going to consist of? Who's going to live in the kingdom of God in earth, in the kingdom of heaven? Let me down to. Go ahead, soldier.
I was just going to say the Black, Hispanic, Native American.
Damn right, the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like you and Trooper Canuck said, right? Let's go ahead and prove that in verse 12.
Verse 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Revelation 21, verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the name of the 12 tribe of the children of Israel.
Who's going to be in this New Jerusalem?
The children of Israel.
Who's going to be in this holy city?
The 12th tribe of the children of Israel.
Who is going to be in heaven?
12 tribes, children of Israel.
Guess what? The kingdom of God is going to consist of the 12 tribes of the kingdom of the children of Israel. All right? This is what Christ prayed for, that his people establish dominance on this earth. That's what he prayed for. And our dominance is going to be backed by the laws of God because we are the chosen people of God. Right? If you had to die to be with God, what was the whole point of resurrecting Christ then? If Christ simply just had to die to be with the Father, what was the point and the significance of God even resurrecting Christ in the first place? If he's going to be with the Father regardless, guess what? You're not with the Father when you're dead. That's why. You get what I'm saying?
God, sir.
And to be with God, guess what? Christ was resurrected. Now he's sitting on the right-hand side of the Father. Because you don't have to die to go to heaven. Now, what does all this mean for you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? Right? Don't you want to go to heaven? Right? They got a song like that, the Stairway to Heaven. Don't you want to go? You know what I'm saying? Don't you want to go to heaven? Right? So what does the kingdom of heaven mean for you? We know it's going to consist of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So what does that mean for you? Right? Jump me down to verse 4. I mean, jump me up to verse 4, Baba Kashab.
Verse 4. Revelation 21, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And God shall wipe away all tears.
God should do what?
God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
God, he said he will wipe away all tears from their eyes. Because why is that? Because the Jews are in a state of mourning right now, man. The chosen people of God are in a state of mourning. We're suffering day in and day out in this captivity. And when the Lord comes through on this earth, guess what? We ain't got to suffer no more. Right? This is something that you should hope for as a black man Hispanic man or Native Indian man, right? An opportunity where your children don't have to be separated from you to be forced to live in some damn cage and use aluminum as blankets, where you don't have to lecture your kids about how not to look too aggressive as a black man when you walk outside. Or you ain't got to worry about your family members being high on drugs, being strung out on drugs. These are the things that we suffer from, the conditions that we're going through right now. And when Christ come through, guess what? He's going to be able to, do away with all these things, man. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians going to get an opportunity to live in harmony. And the only way that's going to be established if you have faith. This is something that you have to hope for, right? And when I say faith, what does that mean? What does faith mean?
Like the definition, like substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. Like
things are not seen, right? That is true, right? Now, how do you think that it's possible for somebody to obtain things that they have not seen in front of them yet, but they want to get it?
You got to obeying these statutes and laws and commandment, and just believe what Yahweh Shai, set forth for us to do.
And give me some more though. Give me some more. Now you right though. You right. I need some more. I'm looking for the right word.
And just go ahead.
God, you want to pass it to the brother?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Trooper Kadak.
Oh, the water. By putting in the work.
Get a brother ahead. You know what I'm saying? Get a brother ahead. And like Carvel said, the work of keeping his laws. The work of keeping the statutes and commandments. You have to put in the work. That's the only way you're going to be able to obtain anything. But yet you have to believe in the object that you're trying to obtain. You have to believe that it can come true. You can believe it, black man, that you can be great on this earth. Believe it. You are a princess, a daughter of Zion on this earth. You have to actually envision yourself, embody that as an Israelite. The same way you believe any carnal thing that you can accomplish while you're in this society. If you want a new house, if you want a new car, if you want anything, you envision it. You believe that it's something that you could attain. So what you do, you put the works, you put the steps in place in order for you to actually get that new house, for you to get that new car. Well, guess what? The kingdom of heaven is no different. The thing is, your oppressor is beating you down, beating your self-esteem, and making you think it's something that is unattainable. That is no possible way black people can rule this earth. Hispanic people, Native Indian people. I mean, goddamn, look how we building this empire while we are on the bottom. Everything that this oppressor got is by the hands of blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people. Everything.
Sir.
Now imagine if we was on top doing it. We would have had no restraints. You know what I'm saying? We would have been jumping around other planets and probably doing, who knows? God knows what we would have been doing. Living into doing something. You know what I'm saying? Out of this world, futuristic, man. You said somebody says like in my bad.
No, sir.
My bad.
Like, sir.
Go ahead, soldier.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but like what you're saying, how Esau oppress us and everything, like, so we can't think that the kingdom of heaven is obtainable for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Is exactly, that's what he's doing. That's why the economy is the way it is right now. Right. Because he want to oppress you. He want to make you feel like all you have time to do, all you need to think about is work and paying your bills and making sure, your family eat and this, that, and the third. You can't see further than that. All you can see, he don't want you to be able to see no further than food in the refrigerator, gas in the car, lights paid, this, that, and the third. He don't want you to be able to vision rulership of the earth.
Right.
He make it so hard on you to all you can visualize is paying the rent, paying the car note, getting food in the refrigerator. You can't see past that to see you should have rulership of the whole earth, and it's attainable. You know, Christ told you it was. You know what I'm saying? So that was it, sir.
Damn right, man. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Which is so true, man. So why you think your oppressor keeps you so occupied? He's making sure that you're always worried about your bills, worrying about this car note, worrying about this payment, right? Because he don't want you to have no time for you to sit back like a free man and think about how to become liberated. He don't want you to do that, right? Like the scripture says, wisdom. I'm paraphrasing. Wisdom come with leisure, right? When you're not so much of a slave and constantly working, you have the leisure to think of ideas. And your oppressor understands that, man. So he keeps you occupied like a slave. You know what I'm saying? But you have to see past that, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You have to see that you are the chosen people of God. You are something special on this earth, man. I mean, ain't nobody like us. Nobody at all. And you think we can't one day rule this earth? So you mean to tell me this lifeless serpent, cave dwelling, what's that word Officer Isupk be using? The troglodyte, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This base beast crawling on all fours. You mean to tell me that he has more charisma and more courage to rule this earth better than you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? How you think he was able to accomplish what he accomplished today? How you think he was able to get his heaven? By making you cry, by making you suffer. That's how he was able to get his heaven. Guess what? Your oppressor was so adamant about being free from England that he sailed across the Atlantic to grab some so-called Africans to come build his empire up for him. He rebelled against the Queen of England and overthrew the goods because they felt like they was being oppressed by their own counterparts. So you know what he did? He did everything that he can think of just so he can be free. And now you sit in his reign, you sit under his umbrella based upon what he had to do to build up his empire. Well, guess what, black man? Imagine if we took the opportunity to stand against our oppressors, to revolt against our oppressor, and form our own revolution, so that way we can rule this earth as well too. The same way your oppressors did, man. And guess what? We are much smarter, much stronger, have more ability than our oppressor. And better yet, guess what? God will be on our side. All right.
Khan, Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
That's heavy. I may add to what you're saying and what you're dropping, because that's the only way the Levite was able to kick Esau ass. You know, they had to take it.
God.
You know, that's something you got to take. Nobody gonna give it to us. You know.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody gonna give it to you, man. You think living in this society is heaven for you because you got a couple $1 billion? That's not what heaven is, man. You know what I'm saying? We need our own land, our own flag, our own nationality, our own language, our own customs, our own culture, all of that. That's what we need in order for us to experience heaven. Because as long as you under this oppressor, you will continue to go through hell.
God.
All right, read on.
Revelation 21 from the top. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death.
There shall be no more what?
There shall be no more death.
Now, does that mean we're gonna live forever? What does it mean by no more death?
Would that be? Go ahead.
Like the young man had it, or
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll let you go, Carvel. You got it. And then if
I was
anything,
saying,
I'll
like,
give it to you, Trooper Canal.
Like the oppression we going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting shot down in the street. You know, ghetto living, kind of.
Damn right.
You know.
Damn right. You're exactly right, man. Exactly right. What you had, Trooper Canal?
no, sir, he got it. He own it.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is, man. The punishments, the curses that's written of in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down is death for us. Even though we may be alive, but our whole life experience has been nothing but hell. And we're literally the walking dead on earth, man. Having our spirit abused and our culture and our identity stripped from us. But guess what? When Christ returned, guess what? We ain't got to experience that no more. You ain't got to go through CPS no more. You ain't got to be afraid of the white man knocking on your door for rent no more. You ain't got to worry about clocking in at 10 o'clock just so for some boss can sexually harass you no more. When Christ returns, when he established his kingdom, he's going to put blacks and Hispanics in a far better position that we in right now. And you should hope for that. That should where your mind should be in the end goal. You're not doing this for no reason. What we're trying to do in the Isupk is save the lives of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians by building them their own government. And as long as you work and strive, no matter what, until the end, guess what? We can accomplish it. Right? Read on.
And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain.
Mm-hmm.
For the former things are passed away.
Right. The former things are passed away, man. Hope for that. Like, man, that's what the kingdom of heaven means for you. Because everything that we just read in verse 4, that perfectly fits a black man, Hispanic man, or Native Indian man. Perfectly. Ain't nobody in suffering the way you're suffering. So what, you don't think things can possibly get better? It could get better for you. But you got to want it. You got to want it. You got to believe it's true, that it could get better for you. That we can live in a world where all my neighbors is black. And we all living good with acres. We can live in a world where I'm walking down the street and all I hear is the merengue playing loud speaker. You know what I'm saying? And they freely to do it and hanging out. And I go and say what up to them, and they give me a high five, and we sit down and drink some beer, and we free to do it. All right, that's the world that Christ is getting ready to establish. All right, and pray for that world. Work for that world. Because the kingdom of heaven is for you. All right, so I'm going to drop that topic unless y'all got any other questions on that. All right, so the next topic I wanted to touch on was the treatment of slaves. All right. There is this article. I don't know if you can read this for me, Officer Isupk. I'm gonna text it to you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just bear with me.
Come.
Let me see if I can grab it. Joint. Bear with me. All right. One second, y'all. All right, I sent them over to you, House in the shop. Oh, he left the board. All right. So the next topic I want to touch on is the treatment of slaves. All right. What we have to understand is oftentimes the way we behave and interact with each other is a byproduct of the treatment and the trauma that we suffer here in America. And one of the solutions to that is for you to actually read and understand how you were treated. Right? They got this one study that psychologists came up with is Stockholm syndrome. All right, somebody pull me up Stockholm syndrome. Pull me up the definition real quick. All right, this is gonna prove why we act the way we act, why we behave the way we behave, why we live the way we live, why we think the way we think. There's nothing wrong with placing blame on your oppressor. Somebody got that?
Colonel Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
From the dictionary. Stockholm syndrome is a coping mechanism to a captive or abusive situation.
A coping mechanism to a captive or an abusive situation, right? Yes, that describes us, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Because when I turn on the news, all I see is you being abused. Right? Read on.
People develop positive feelings toward their captors.
They do what?
People develop positive feelings toward their captors or abusers over time.
Now, why is that? Why would you think somebody would try to make a connection with their abuser? Why is that?
Colonel Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
I guess from all the bad treatment, and one day they might invite you in to come sit at the table and eat with them.
So, you're exactly right, brother. Get a brother a hand. Oh. You know what I'm saying? It's because how severe the treatment is. Right? You being treated so harshly that the minute that the abusers show you any ounce of affection or kindness or compassion, you'll do anything in this world for you not to experience the abuse again. You'll do anything in the world to cleave onto that abuser so you can receive that ounce of remorse and compassion that he once showed you. And this is a disability that our people suffer from. Mentally, man. We suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Well, how do you cure yourself from Stockholm syndrome? Does it tell you on that definition how to cure somebody of Stockholm syndrome?
I got remaining. This condition applied to situations including child abuse.
Somebody type in the cure for Stockholm syndrome. What are the ways to cure somebody that suffers from Stockholm syndrome? Baba Kashar. What are the ways to cure somebody from Stockholm syndrome?
Colonel Khan, sir. I have something here from the dictionary. How is Stockholm syndrome treated?
Treated, okay. What they say?
Stockholm syndrome isn't recognized as a physiological condition. There's no standard treatment. However, like treatment for PTSD, treatment of Stockholm syndrome usually involve physical it's lucky, sir. Psychiatric of physiological counseling and talk therapy and medication.
Okay, that's. I mean, I'll deal with that, right? But with this this therapy, what your therapist is gonna get out of you, right? What they're trying to do is first show you the abuse that you went through, right? Because what the abuser, all right, well, what the one that's being abused tend to do is try to view their abuser in a good way. So the therapy, in order to treat you, you have to be shown all of the abuse that you suffered. You have to be constantly shown it to where you are upset enough to want to separate from your abuser. All right, that's ways you can help somebody and with that suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Right, the therapy that they provide is for them to acknowledge that you are being abused. All right, so let's go ahead and read the treatment of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Can you read the Ferris University article first, Officer Nishak?
Oh, Colonel Khan, sir. Ferris State University.
Right, Ferris State University. Khan, this university has a Jim Crow museum in their university. All right, this is nationally known for the Jim Crow Museum. Right, jump me down where it says answer.
Yes, sir. Answer. It isn't really a question or whether African American babies were used as alligator bait.
It's not even a question, right? Because the question in this is, were black babies used as alligator bait? And it said, man, it's not even a question if we were. Now, why would we even bring that up? Because guess what? At one point, your babies was used as bait. Now, think about how traumatic that is. The abuse. That's going to push you to a state to where you're going to want some compassion. Because you don't want to give up your baby. And you are powerless to fight back. So psychologically, you develop an infatuation with your abuser. Right? Read on.
Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan. But the question is, how frequent was the practice?
And that's what you want to ask. It's not if they did it or not. It's how much they did it. Read on.
Yes, sir. During slavery, the Jim Crow era in the United States, African Americans were brutalized and mistreated in almost every way imaginable.
Every way imaginable, man. Right? What oftentimes when they depict your slavery in the movies and Hollywood or in stories, the only abuse, the most they'll show you is your back being whipped. If you didn't pick that cotton fast enough. That's the most they'll probably show you. Right? They'll probably throw in a scene where somebody's being raped or somebody's being, sexually abused, right? And being whipped and all of that stuff, but they'll never show nothing past that. Now, I'm not saying these things are minor, right? Because sexual abuse and being whipped is major, right? But your oppressor did not just stop there. He did everything imaginable to torture you while you was in slavery, right? And one of them is giving your babies to alligators right here in Florida, right? Read on.
Yes, sir. If there was a way to kill, maim, oppress, or use an African American for any reason, it more than likely happened. If the skin from an African American might be used for leather shoes,
for what?
Or handbags.
Hold on, the shot. Hold on. You reading out of a movie script. That ain't reality. That ain't real life. It's no way possible. Can you read that one more time for me?
Colonel Khan. If there was a way to kill, maim, oppress, or use an African American for any reason, it more than likely happened. If the skin from an African American might be used for leather shoes or handbags, then pretty much all torturies were possible and probable.
Good night, man. You know what that says? What is it? What is the author is trying to convey in this article? Based upon what Austin the Shock just read. He's letting you know that black people was used for leather shoes, for handbags. If that was done, guess what? Your babies was also being used as alligator bait. I mean, something as so inhumane and heinous to rip somebody's skin apart. And most likely, I can guarantee it, your oppressor is such the devil. I'm sure he did it while they was alive. They felt every ounce of pain of the oppressor ripping through their flesh. Cutting through their flesh, man, until they bled out to death.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go off topic, but I was reading this article about this devil that was a judge real quick, and he took a bribe and, you know, have somebody seen not guilty. And what the king was at the time, you know, they skinned him alive while he was alive. And the next judge that was supposed to sit in that seat was his son. And they skinned him and used his skin to wrap that chair that his son had to sit in after him.
Good night.
And that would remind him, when you're going to judge somebody, the same thing might happen to you. That was crazy.
You see that? That's the mind of your oppressor. He is Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. Why you think he has so much serial killers being acted out in movies? This is the mind of your oppressor. He thinks like this. He thinks like a serial killer, man. Ways to torture you and make you feel every ounce of pain. Right? There's also stories of how they used to use the hair as stuffing in chairs during slavery. Right? Even when they lynched you, right? Not only did they hang you up from a tree on a rope, man, if y'all can find this articles on this as well too, but they will hang you from a tree and also strip you butt naked for whatever reason and light you on fire, as if choking you out with a rope wasn't enough.
And
guess what? It don't stop there. It don't stop there. While you hanging on that tree, your oppressor would also rip the genitals of the males that he lynched. Rip them off, cut them off, and put them in a jar and display them in the storefronts. This is American history I'm talking about, man. This is what they do. And every time they did these things, it was a celebration. It wasn't no isolated 2 or 3 racist white people lynching a black man. Nah, the whole neighborhood, the whole community came out to see you be set on fire on a tree. They got pictures of it that exist today where children are there. They celebrated in your death. This is what your oppressor did, man. Served your babies as alligators bait. Use your skin for shoes. Use your skin for handbags. Oof, and the smell of it too. I could imagine, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the beast that we're dealing with. And we have to learn this. We have to in order to break Stockholm Syndrome. Right? Read on.
Dr. McCon, sir. Salakia. It is hard to process the thinking that could lead a person to actually use a live human baby as bait for an alligator.
Man, they said this is how compassionate black people are. Like, because we don't even think of, of doing this. Right? Even in our oppression, we don't even think of ways to retaliate against this oppression. Not saying that we should harm the oppressor or anything like that, but I'm just saying that we are so compassionate, we can't even put it in our minds to feed a baby to an alligator, man. But your oppressor playing Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger dragged that little black body on the muddy, swampy ground while it's cold at night just to toss it into some swamp to see an alligator jump out and rip that baby limb from limb. Meanwhile, while the mother watched and screamed in horror and terror, man. Now that is trauma. You want to talk to me about gas chambers and all of that stuff? Yeah, that sounds nice. This is trauma, man. And psychologists also found out that trauma is genetic. That same woman that was crying out for her baby, while that alligator while that baby being dragged to an alligator, is the same black woman that exists today that's crying out for their sons when they get shot down by the police, man.
Con, sir.
It's the same damn thing, man. Your trauma has never left you. This is how we lived here in America. Now, with slavery, you would think, well, that's slavery, right? That's slavery. Well, let's see what happened after slavery. You got the other article, Baba Kashad, Austin Ashad? The mass, what does it say? Mass racial riots in America.
Racial violence in the United States.
Con, the water word. Get me to the section where it says timeline. Are you at that section right now?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, Nashat, right now, y'all can look this up. Type this on y'all Google and go on Wikipedia, and it gives you a timeline. Now look at it, Officer Nashat. Is it a short timeline? Is it a short list? It takes up damn near like 4 to 5 pages of all the racial violence that black people had to experience after slavery. Go ahead, read me some Austin Shot, Baba Kashad. Start at the top, Baba Kashad.
Timeline of events. From the 1700s till 1860. Let me see.
Yeah, start me out where it mentions what was the violence that began with us. I think where it mentions Isupk or something like that.
It's like, sir, trying to find it.
Nah, no sweat. All right. Y'all can easily look this up. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a timeline of American history.
I don't see anything about Isupk, sir.
Well, Mexico?
Oh,
I mean,
Mexico,
yeah, kind of. It should be at the top. Or just pick any random one. Any random one you find. All right? Whatever you want to read. Whatever dates you want to read off. You can pick any random one. They all consist of the abuse that happened to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 1811, selected. My bad. 1829 Cincinnati riots. That's not it. Riots against African Americans resulted in thousands leaving for Canada. Attack. Select, sir.
Nah, go ahead. My bad. You got it.
Boston anti-Catholic riots. Boston, Massachusetts attacked homes of. That's not right. So they got a lot of different things in here. So
you pick any random one. You got the 1919 summer of 1919, the Cincinnati. You ain't gotta just read what happened. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the name and the date, because all of it consists of Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Okay, Con. 1885 Rock Spring Massacre. 1889 Forest City riots. 1897. Select it. 1898 lynching of Frisser B. Baker and Julie Baker, Lake City, South Carolina. 1906 Atlanta massacre. 1906 massacre of Mississippi.
There you go. All these things. All these massacres are Black people being slaughtered by your oppressor. All right, it's a whole timeline he's reading right now. Right? The abuse and the violence did not stop when slavery stopped.
Oh, here we go.
All right. What else you got? I was in shop.
1915 mass lynching of 10 Mexican Americans. 1915 mass lynching of 11 supposed Mexican bandits. Yeah, it's a bunch of lynching of Mexicans. 1915 lynching of Mexicans. 1917 East St. Louis riots.
East St. Louis riots. What else?
1917 Chester, Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Race riot. 1917 Lexington, Kentucky. Hold on. Yeah, it's all, like you said, sir, it's all about the destruction of 1923 Rosewood Massacre, Rosewood, Florida.
Yeah, I think that's enough, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what your oppressor did, right? And in these riots, right, they were actually there was blown out riots. Meaning in these riots, they'll go in the community, burn down your stores, burn down your businesses, slaughter everybody that's in that community to where you're left with nothing.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. Right, 1920. Right, a Coe massacre. Right here in Florida. Right? The draft riots out in New York. Riots in Detroit. Right? The riot in Harlem. Right? All these things happen, man, where they burn down our communities. And you wonder why Black people act the way they act right now today. You wonder why Black people think the way they think today. Let me ask you this. What you think your oppressor would do if he went through the same experience?
Khan, he would fight, sir.
He would fight. If me calling a white man a devil is wrong, ask yourself, what would you do if your sons and daughters had to experience this? If me calling out the white man on his crimes is wrong, What would you do if you had to watch your baby being ripped up by an alligator? You don't even understand that black people suffer from the trauma of slavery and the conditions that we face in America. We walk around triggered. That's why we quick to snap on somebody, to shoot on some, you know what I'm saying? Shoot your own brother. 5 black police officers beating down a black man. If that ain't Stockholm syndrome, I don't know what is.
It's Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Even the Levi jeans that depict them strapping our male Israelites between 2 horses and let them rip them apart.
God.
You know.
Damn right. You're exactly right, boy. You know what I'm saying? They will tie you up, right? From one end to another. Have 2 horses on each end, right? And they'll whip the horse. You ever seen the sign or the logo for Levi jeans?
Sir.
Right? Where they got the jeans. If you ever look, or if you own a pair of Levi's, look at that tag that's on the back. And you'll see a pair of jeans being ripped up apart by 2 horses. Where do you think they got that from? They did that to the slaves that they brought over here in America. They did that to your sons. They would literally tie them up to the horse, whip the horse, and have them run opposite directions until your body split apart. The conquistadors are so infamous with torture that they have museums that hold their torture artifacts. But we have to understand who the abuser is. How you behave today is a byproduct of that abuse. But to become free, you have to acknowledge your oppressor for what he is. And that is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Khan, sir.
Right? Let me get Ezekiel 35:5 real quick.
Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Right? The Bible says that your oppressor had a perpetual hatred. What does the word perpetual mean?
Salakia, sir. Continual.
All right. Everlasting. Non-stop hatred. Right? Has not stopped. He still has a blood-curdling hatred towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not even a pandemic can stop him from killing you. If the whole world shut down again right now, guess what? A white man will find a way to creep outside to shoot a black man. Straight up. He'll find a way to get outside because he has the urge to do so. He's fighting himself sitting in that house. There's got to be a black man I can shoot right now. And lo and behold, that brother that was jogging during the pandemic, in the construction spot, I forgot the brother's name. White man on pickup truck shot him with a shotgun. During the pandemic, he couldn't stop killing you. Because he has a perpetual hatred, man. Right? Read on.
He has a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Read on.
6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Most High, I will prepare thee unto blood.
He will do what?
I'll prepare thee unto blood.
Read on.
And blood shall pursue thee.
Blood shall what?
Blood shall pursue thee.
Guess what? This is something that your oppressor can't escape. Your hope should be justice for those black babies that was given to alligators. Your hope should be for justice for the black people that was lynched and set on fire on those trees, man. You don't even understand what revolution is, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You think sitting on Clubhouse all day, screaming until you lose your damn mind and your voice and all of that is a revolution. You think, you know, because you have a couple dollars and you're well known on the internet with your podcast, that it's a revolution. You don't even understand the ounce of a revolution, man. Revolution is you're gonna have to do some radical things to make the revolution come about.
God.
You have to be radical. Meaning you have to exhaust everything, every ability in that you have in order for this thing to come to pass. Because you just sitting back and thinking that you're gonna get justice, you're not. And most of y'all is not as revolutionary as you think. Because if Malcolm X was here today, guess what? You would be against him. If Marcus Garvey was here today, you would be against him. It's easy for you to say that you love Malcolm X and you love Marcus Garvey right now. Because you know why? Because they're not here right now. And you feel like you have no obligation to have your allegiance towards them. Well, guess what? In the Isupk, we don't just talk about it. We got to make sure we be about it. Put in the work. Now, I'm not saying you have to go and shed blood. Don't do that. But if you serve God, God will shed that blood for you. Because that is the true revolution. Right? Read on.
And blood shall pursue thee, sith thou hast not hated blood. Even blood shall pursue thee.
Guess what? Since you have not stopped yourself from killing, guess what? God is going to make sure that you reap the same judgment. Now you're going to know what it feels like to be a nigga.
Con, sir.
You're going to know the trauma of a nigga, of a Hispanic, of a Native Indian. How it feels like to go through what we went through, man. All right, so I'm done with that topic. All right. What time it is?
8:24, sir.
Anything y'all brothers want to add to that?
Colonel.
Go ahead, soldier.
Yeah, what you're saying is right. You're so right, sir. With the white man, he has to feel and go through what we went through. It's only justice. But here's the thing, sir. Like, you know, the average white man or white woman will be like, you know, they will be like, you know, I had nothing to do with that, or you know what I mean, or this, that, and the third, or you know what I mean. But here's the thing. What you're saying is because they don't have no compassion about what happened to us. So they want you. I had nothing to do with that. Let's not talk about it. Forget about it, or you know, why are you bringing that up? You know what I mean. So that's saying you have no compassion about what happened to me,
right?
What happened to my family. You know what I mean? So just that alone, you know what I mean? You deserve to go through what my people went through, what my family went through, because you have no compassion of it. You have no understanding of it. You know what I mean? You don't care. They don't care. So the thing is, like, and other blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they fall for that when, you know, the average white person say, it wasn't me, I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Because they don't care. They don't want to hear about it. So, you know, then a brother or a sister will be like, yeah, man, why you blaming them? Well, you know, they wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, well, if they cared, if they showed an ounce of compassion, the earth would be different. You know what I mean? If the average white person really actually cared about what niggas went through, and we're still going through it. If they actually cared, sir, and gave a good goddamn, then you know what I mean. The earth wouldn't be happening to black people. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be in the condition that we're in. But the Lord is trying to show you that they was put here with that perpetual hatred that we just read. It's still in them. Just because they don't show it, just because you know what I mean, like they're they're like the Ku Klux Klan. The Klan, it was a regular white man that you saw every day at work.
Right.
But when he came through with that hood on, because he didn't want you to know, he wanted to be able to deceive you. He wanted to be that devil. So that's the average everyday white person. They want to deceive you. They want to be that devil that tells you to your face, I ain't have nothing to do with it. Don't blame me. I love all black people. No, you don't. You know what I mean? Because if you did, if a good amount of white people actually cared about what black people went through, we wouldn't be going through it right now. The earth would be a different place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they have that perpetual hatred, sir, that you just brought out. And you know what I mean? So we can't trust them. We can't believe them. We have to have the faith and be revolutionary, like you said, sir, and make this thing happen. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Damn right, brother.
No con.
Damn right.
If I may add to that, sir.
Go ahead, Soda.
They always hit you with their favorite line. It was in the past. Everything that was done to us was in the past also. That's what they say. It was in the past. That's what they say. So why you remember 9/11 and all these things? That was in the past too.
Yeah, like me, sir.
Go ahead.
The so-called Jewish Holocaust was in the past. That was in the past. You know what I mean? So if I say they should get over it, why is that anti-Semitic? Why am I the bad person now? But the average everyday white person will tell you to get over it. It's in the past. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we know that Esau has a perpetual hatred for his brother Jacob, and the niggas in the ghetto and the Hispanics in the barrios and the Native Indians on the reservation is Jacob, and we have to listen. We have to, you know what I mean, not fall for the okie doke, and like you said, sir, be revolutionary, and do what we got to do to bring our King Yahushua back, from the third dimension.
Damn right. Damn right, man. Damn right, man. Y'all brothers is exactly. Somebody else is Salaki?
Sir.
God, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is still black people that's alive, 100 years old, 90 years old, that went through slavery, like actual slavery, before it was abolished. You get what I'm saying? Who was still in those cotton fields. That's still alive to this day. Slavery was not that long ago. It was not that long ago, man. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I just want to end it with the scripture that we started out. Let me get Revelations 21:4. All right, Christ was a true revolutionary. He was true revolutionary. And guess what? He ain't had to pick up a gun, curse nobody out, punch nobody in the face. He ain't had to do none of that. He was disciplined, an austere man.
Yes, sir.
And he knew by having faith in God was the most revolutionary thing that ever existed at that time. Because nobody else was. Right? Go ahead, soldier.
Revelation 21, verse 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Right. Hope for the best, man. Hope for the best, Israel. There's power in hope. There's power in faith. You put forth the action, we will accomplish a world where we don't have to suffer no more. But it takes you being that much dedicated and committed to the Most High. All right. So with that, man, anything else y'all brothers want to bring out?
Wow, sir.
Wow, sir.
Water.
Most High Christ, man. Big up to these brothers, man. Off in the shop. Young man, Carvel, man. All the brothers and sisters that's on the chat, man. Big up to all of y'all. Class will continue on tomorrow. Same channel, Isupk Florida. Oh yeah, also, man, subscribe, y'all. Isupk Orlando. You know, we got a channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button. You know, we got Isupk Tampa, West Palm, Daytona. There's an officer in every city in Florida that's making sure that their people is taken care of. So make sure you interact with these brothers, man. Follow them on all platforms so that way you can be in the loop, y'all. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, Israel.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom, sir.